Welcome back. I just recorded my video on Hebrew sentence structure in the Torah, and I realized there was something else. There were two extra things that I forgot to mention. They deal with words that you would see in English, but you don't typically see in Hebrew, in the Hebrew text. One of them is of, and the other is the verb to be. Now, both words exist in Hebrew, but often you don't see them. The word for of is shel. I've seen it in modern Hebrew. I think it's in the biblical text, but you don't typically see it. In order to say of me, you don't. In order to say my book, you wouldn't say, there's no word for my. It would be the book of me, which would be the letter he, ha, as a prefix letter, and then book, the word for book, sefer, ha sefer, shel, and a separate word would be shel, and then there's a suffix letter. A yud as a suffix letter means it refers to myself. And then I think a hey as a suffix letter, if I remember correctly, refers to you. And a vav as a suffix letter refers to him. So the way you would write my book would be ha sefer, book, and then shel of yud, sheli, ha sefer sheli, my book. Now that's when the word of is actually written out. Often you will see two nouns next to each other, and it's inferred in the way that you read it that there's a missing of in there. So it would be like for example, house of study would be bait, would be house, and then study afterwards. So literally you're reading house study, but you read that as house of study. I can't think. Hopefully you get the idea what I'm conveying. So that's the word of, and the other word also exists. There's a verb to be. It's haya. However, often it's not written in Hebrew, in the Hebrew text, the Torah text. So you would say, like, whereas in English you would say, I am American. You would say in Hebrew, I American, and the word to be is inferred. That's simply the case. The word haya sometimes does appear in its various forms, and I talked about this in previous video. There's imperfect tense and perfect tense, but I'm just saying that more often than not, the verb to be is not written. It's just between two nouns or two words that you would think would have the am or was or is in between. It's inferred. So that being said, I'll continue on with the rest of the aspects of the Hebrew language so that you can be able to read the Torah text for yourself. And I'm hopefully teaching people to fish for themselves. All right, until next time, so long.